Alright, we got biceps today with a little bit of back. And before we get in there, I'm going to go over a little bit of kind of some of the science stuff you'll see like on TikTok about fitness or whatever. Broad statement about it. And I kind of wanted to clarify some of it because I went down that rabbit hole. And thank God I'm not still in that rabbit hole of all the majority of, not all of it, but majority of the science BS online. Because once I finally got over it and actually focused on the fundamentals, such a big difference in my physique. So let me explain, because that's a very broad statement. Let me explain partially of some of the things that science-based guys say and understanding the intention behind some of the things they say, and not looking at it without your own 2 cents, just blindly hearing what somebody says and they says, oh, science-based, like, oh, I'll listen to them. I'll use TNF as an example. Maybe not Nippert, maybe sometimes Jeff, not all the time. A lot of stuff he says is good. But I think TNF would be a great example, because I think people start to look at him for science-based stuff. But let me put this in perspective. His income is from his social media. His social media is what puts food on the table for him. What makes his social media thrive? Views. What gets views? Weird shit. Things that in the gym you'd see that and be like, what the hell is that? Makes you stop scrolling. It's what is this guy talking about? Maybe it makes you comment what the hell are you talking about? Or makes you interested because you're not really sure what the hell's going on. That gets views. And then on top of that, saying it's science-based and arguing back and forth, backing it up, gets more views and builds the channel. That puts food on the table. Now, obviously not everything is BS, but I think you need to understand when you're watching something, understanding the intent behind when someone makes it, is are they actually giving legitimate advice, or are they trying to put food on the table? Are they making information to actually help you out, or does this look like it's something that was clearly intended to get views? I guess some examples would be what the hell? I don't even watch half of it because I know I learned better to not watch all of it. I don't know, the schizo holding a handle while doing a cable lateral raise with a cuff and holding a handle, because it takes away the wrist limitation or whatever. Dude, just hold the fucking... Oh, that person opened the trunk. Dude, just hold the fucking handle. It's not gonna make a difference. Something like that, or a Keenan flap. I feel that's the most not understandable, blatant one where somebody has doing a Keenan flap or some shit. It's just over the top. And then something where you're using a counterbalance with your other arm, using something to counterbalance. You do an exercise with one arm, the other arm's holding something else. It's it's clearly intended to get views, and it's not trying to help you. It goes much beyond those, but I think you should just keep in mind when you're learning something, are you actually learning something, or is this video just to get some more views? Because there's sure as hell a lot of good informational stuff online, but half the time doesn't get views. Why? Because nobody's entertained by it. Nobody's arguing in the comments about it, because it's pretty blatant. It's well, yeah, that makes sense. It's nothing gets traction out of that. It doesn't get you views. It doesn't put food on the table. Realistic shit doesn't put food on the table. So, keep that in mind. Also, another thing, I'll mention this one because my buddy said about his workouts. If you only do reps between 6 and 8 max, no more than 8, like anywhere between like 5 and 7 or so. And it's like because you want to minimize fatigue, and you don't want to do junk volume. You're missing the whole point of what your goal is. If your goal is to get a better physique, part of that is being able to get your muscles fully pumped. That's part of the hypertrophy side of it. And if you're only doing 6 reps of everything, I can promise you, you're not getting a full pump in anything that you're trying to do. And it's not junk volume going to like 12 reps. It's actually giving your body enough time under tension to want to get max blood flow into the muscle. And 2, it's a different type of fatigue once you get to that point. Like as I was talking about, I don't know how many weeks ago, but like if you're trying to go from, let's say 5 reps on an exercise, you can only do 5, and you're trying to improve to 6. It's significantly a bigger jump than like going from 11 to 12 reps on an exercise. And it's the higher volume has these more incremental increases. And I don't even track my reps, but I'm just saying that based off of the extra squeeze you can get out of the muscle. And I'll put it this way as well. If you're going in the gym worried about getting fatigued, you're missing the whole point. The whole point of going to the gym is to get fatigued. That's the whole point of us going in there, is to break down the muscle. Your muscle gets fatigued from breaking it down. So why are you concerned about what you're going into the gym for? That's the whole point. So I wanted to point those out because I fell down that rabbit hole for 3 years? Minimum 2 years, probably 3 years I went down that rabbit hole. I think I need to do that. And you want to know how much progress I got from that? Barely anything. Why? Because I was overly concerned about things that were irrelevant. I wasn't looking at the bigger picture of actually having a proper diet and tracking it and increasing it and decreasing it for bulking, cutting, and going to the gym and honestly just actually hitting the muscle and not worried about over-fatiguing myself or doing 1 hour RIR, because I think I need to make sure I don't over-fatigue so I don't have to do a deload week and do another deload week, come back from the deload and feel extra sore because I took a week off. And then it's just it's just going in circles. So if you're in that point right now, I'm trying to point that out to you, that it's a lose-lose. 1, you're not getting the benefit of anything science-based, and 2, you're not going to get any fucking progress. So I thought I'd point those out. So I guess actionable steps you can take from that. And if you're overly concerned about the 5 to 7 reps, no more, like do half of your workouts 5 to 7, do half of them like 10 to 12. Do half of them higher reps. You get a little bit of both, make you feel better. Or if you're worried about like, oh, I need to have this isolation movement with like a Keenan flap or something, like, why is this falling? I don't know why that cut out. My stand is falling down. Just understand that some of the exercises you may be doing are made just for the views, and it's something you can honestly use as something that the creator of the video can use as they can use other parts of science-based stuff as levers to try and justify it, and it's not actually trying to help you. I mean, they can say that and be like, well, they can give like a breakdown that sounds like it's legit. Like, oh, well, by holding your left arm with the counterbalance, it helps you isolate more because your body cannot move and your bicep will be able to contract better because you aren't fighting like balancing yourself. And it's like, sure, but you can also just do 2 dumbbell curls, 1 in each arm with a dumbbell, and you actually have a counterbalance because you're lifting both arms at the same time. So yeah, you can turn any of those conversations, any of those random videos made for views into something that's a quote-unquote valid argument, but reality is just to get more views. Yeah, my stand fell down here. What the hell's going on? All right, well, I'll start off with the back. I'll do a couple exercises back. I get into biceps, then we'll pose and get out of there. So I gotta fix the stand, and I'll see you guys in there. Okay. I already warmed up. I did. Just like increase it 1 plate each time.
Yeah, I don't know what else to mention. I've been doing the same thing for the entire series of this. Just a horizontal movement. I'll consider this basically horizontal. Vertical movement. Then move on to biceps because this isn't like the main thing I'm hitting today. I'm just trying to get it pumping it. And this looks way heavier than it actually is just because I didn't put the weights at the front of it. It just makes it a lot smoother. Like if you ever like front load this thing, as soon as you get to the bottom, it's like drags you down, and the top is like featherweight. So this kind of makes it like a lot of more equal weight. But yeah, other than that, it's just this, and I'll do like lat pull downs and then move on.
Right in front of that. Oh, fuck, that's my best machine. I ain't lying, brother, tell you. When you change your machine down, yeah, that machine. Everything goes to change strong. There's a couple of machines that I have, honestly. You take that machine, that's my favorite machine, I guarantee. Guarantee best friend. Best friend. Best friend. Best friend. Good strength is very important.
You saying being a gymnast, I used to be able to hang with one hand for like 3 minutes.
All right.
Now it's like
Acidity and all of that shit too. But you do want to use that machine to cross the That's the first thing that comes up. They get you because grass fed doesn't necessarily mean that it's done like that.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Grass fed.
Okay,
You got your knowledge. You got your knowledge up here. Then you got to make sure that because the last 3 months of the cow's life, they fed grass. They want to feed the grass, and then they say, "Oh yeah, you can grass fed." That's the last 3 months.
Soy and grain.
But most of his life has been fed some bullshit. And then at the end,
That's how we do grass fed.
there you go. There you go. If you're gonna go down that route,
We're also
you
putting
got
full cows, my parents, me, my sister, and some friends.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere. Whew. All right. A few of these, I think 4. We'll move on to biceps. What was I gonna say? I don't mind doing these. I don't mind doing these supinated, honestly. A couple of reasons. One, it hits the bicep more. 2, can help with hitting lower lat a little more because I can bring my elbow into like right here. And if you saw like the hell's that called? The T-bar row, the one I just did. I mean, it's more upper back than like lower, so it's kind of a mix of both. You got a vertical and horizontal, and then upper back and lower back. It's kind of how I envisioned it. But I mean, like, if you just want to throw in, oh, I can move this, bro. My bad.
Oh, it's all right. Is there enough space?
No, go for it. Yeah, I can move this.
I can do it right here.
No, no problem.
Nice,
But by no means you need to throw in that specific rationale to like why you do 2 different exercises. I mean, like if you throw in a vertical and horizontal, I'd say that's plenty of reason to make it a good back pump before going to the rest of your bicep workout. All right. All right. Dude, my biceps are already pumped just from doing that. I honestly way too heavy on those damn supinated pull downs. Or, yeah, that's what they're called. 3 bicep exercises, 4 sets each. As long as I get a bunch of different angles fitting biceps. Elbow angle is honestly the most important part of like arm up here, do a preacher curl. Next I'll do like a hammer curl like this. Different arm path plus different wrist part of it, or different wrist placement. I mean, I don't really hit forearms, or don't hit forearms directly, so different bicep curl variations helps with that significantly. And then last thing I'll do like a behind the back curl. You could do like an incline bench, but I just do it with 2 cables. And yeah, that's it. This should be like the quickest workout of the week. So yeah, let's keep it going. Yeah, I'm definitely not drop setting that too. I got plenty to go. Not only plenty to go, but like these fucking killing me already. All right, let's keep moving. Okay. Just got in a combo for the past 15 minutes, so I had to take a little breather. All right, you'll see. I'll use this. I don't know what the hell you want to call this thing. This. I don't know. Kind of looks like we want to call this a hammer curl bar. Definitely one of my favorites. Do 4 sets of this, 4 sets of the Bayesian curls, whatever, the 2 cables, and then we'll pose and call it a day. Nothing more complicated. Nothing more to make it complicated. Pretty straightforward, so let's get to it. I guess I can point out something from this. I might ask, like, how come am I counting this as like a movement from behind if my elbows are going to be like right here the whole time? It's kind of the same as the hammer curl I just did, but it's the fact that the weight is behind me. So like the cable is shooting back that way. So even though I'm pulling from right here, the force is from back there. So it's a little different. Or I could do it like this, but it's kind of like, I say a bit difficult to actually keep my arm at a normal spot. Trying to do a cable curl like that. I used to do it like that, but it's honestly feels more like starts becoming to like a shoulder movement, because once you can't do it anymore, it's kind of tough to keep still, and when you force rep it, it kind of turns into like that. So I just keep them here the whole time. I'm gonna drop the weight a little bit more. Okay. See it the most out of the rest of this lift. And I'm gonna honestly probably just run the rack with it. Keep upping the pin. Like triple drops it, I think. Barely any weight on it right now, but all right. check it out. Drop this a little bit. Chilling. I'm gonna leave it there. All right. Do the shirt. Might be a little too hot in Florida for me to be wearing this one. I don't know. It's like a thicker material. I don't know. I'm not gonna turn this shit into an advertisement about anabolic, but point being made is I'm fucking sweating more than I normally do. What do we think? Same shit we've seen the past 48 days or 49 days of this bulk. Damn. At least the acne's better. Gosh, it used to be atrocious. I think a big part of it is the like the different shampoo and conditioner I use and soap I use. Some topical medicine my dermatologist gave me, and skin's way better. Like what's it called? Why am I pale as a motherfucker? Whatever. The shampoo and conditioner is like it's called non-comedogenic, so it doesn't like clog your pores. And I think, dude, when I was using a different one that had a bunch of like oils in it, I mean, I got longer hair, so I'd wash my hair with the shampoo and conditioners, and it would get on my body. And even using like soap, it wouldn't wash off like the oil. And then, gosh, I got so much like chest acne, shoulder acne. It's way better now, but like it used to be just gross. Also on my face, it's definitely not bad anymore. I don't think I had nothing on my face. So, a few things. Topical medication and also switching to that. So, I mean, if you have a problem with acne, go either from the gym or whatever. Big part of it is also like the shampoo and conditioners, and then the soap you use, and then what else? Also making sure you're like showering after each time. I mean, obviously you shower, but like if you like do cardio in the morning or something, and then work out in the afternoon like I do, still showering after the cardio, not just rinsing off, showering. And then same thing with after the workout, obviously. Found the sooner I get a shower and after lifting, the less acne I get, because it's not just sweat sitting on me. Maybe you have that problem, maybe you don't, but I still do. So call it there, get in the car, yap it up in the car.
Okay. Dude, I'm sore as shit. I shouldn't be eating so much. Look, getting sore. I don't know, man. I don't know if this off season is gonna get pushed another couple months, or it's gonna get cut in about a month, or what. I assume in about a month. I think my guess on what my coach is gonna do is wait until after New Year's, then start a cut, just so I can like enjoy Christmas and New Year's and not screw anything up. It's my guess. My guess. And then, yeah, I don't know. We'll go from there. I am not going to turn this bulk into a prep. Absolutely not. I want to give myself more time to grow. Ideally, 6 to 8 week mini cut. Back to the bulk. Probably like a longer cut. Not a prep. And then back to just a bulk again. I mean, that's kind of obvious, but like, I guess the length of the cuts are different than the bulks. I think the length that you would take a cut, if it's not for competing and it's also not a mini cut, I guess put in like a side by side to how lean you would be. I guess to the point where it'd be like maybe a month, like 6 weeks outish from show is honestly where I would like cut down to, is my guess, and then get back to a bulk. Because the last month you usually lose a decent amount of muscle. I don't think I did. I didn't really lose much strength at all. But just speaking from a general sense, you usually lose a decent amount of muscle that last month. So you probably cut down to like right before where you're going to lose a decent amount, then turn it back into a bulk. But I don't think this cut after this month is going to be a full cut. It'll just be a mini one. Just the sense of a mini cut, the purpose of the mini cut is to get your body back to utilizing food better and get your hunger back. That's a signal of how well is your body can be utilizing the food. Because I don't think I'm like body fat wise in a spot where it's like this is like ruining my workouts and physique. But I will say, like, just getting the metabolism reset, hunger reset, can help you back to pushing a bulk more efficiently. And that's important. Because that's the whole reason why you throw cuts in. Otherwise, I'd just be bulking to 15,000 calories a day and keep going from there. I just never cut. The perma bulk did that. Not to 15,000 calories. I think that shit's not possible, but damn near. Daily? 15K daily? I think it would be. You'd have to eat a dozen donuts and like three giant fast food meals. Or like 5 giant fast food meals. Let's think about that. it'd be about 5 meals a day. And let's say the average fast food meal is about like 2,000 calories. You'd have to have more than 5 of them. 5 of them just be 10K. So even that. So, yeah, it's a lot. Part of getting a reset. And I'm definitely itching up there with my calorie intake. I'm like 5,300 right now. So I by no means do I see it going any higher than like 55, maybe 57. But I really don't think it's gonna go much higher than it is right now. Until my weight evens out. I guess that's the question you could have is like, how do you know, or how do you transition from bulk to cut? Assuming that you're like tracking your calories and know how much you're eating and how far up you got bulk wise. Once you get to the point where you're like, all right, this is probably where it's going to be cutting. You want to eat the same amount of calories you have been until your weight levels off. Why? Because we want our metabolism to be set at that many calories, so it gives us much more room to actually diet from. And then also when you're dropping calories, you know how much you're dropping because you're back at baseline. No, you're not missing out on any like gains or fat loss or progress because you're gonna have a week of like leveling off. It's important. It gives your body a minute to be at maintenance, restabilize itself, solidify some of the gains you have. And then be in a spot where you know accurately where you're going to be cutting from. And then from there, no, you don't drop your calories in half or some shit like that. You drop it like 500 and then let your weight do its thing until it levels off again. And then you drop it. I feel like it's always like a quick rush to get through the cut because I've been there as well. Crash dieted, but the slower the better, and the slower they actually more you get, more fat loss you get, quite honestly, because more of the weight you lose is actually fat than muscle. Like let's say you cut your calories in half, and the alternative is you just cut down slightly. Let's say that you cut your calories in half, you lose about 4 pounds in 2 weeks. And just slightly dropping your calories, you drop like 2 pounds in 2 weeks. Well, the 4 pounds you lost in 2 weeks from dropping your calories in half, you lost about 2 pounds of fat and 2 pounds of muscle. And what the hell was that? 2 pounds of fat, 2 pounds of muscle. And from dropping your calories just a little bit, you only drop 2 pounds, but you drop 2 pounds of fat only. It's the exact same amount of fat loss, just one of them you dropped your weight more and you may think you lost more, but you actually lost 2 pounds of muscle. Same fat loss, different weight loss, because the one where you dropped your weight more lost muscle. So that's the difference. So yeah, man, dude, I really want to have a cheat meal right now, but I know damn well if I have one, I'm going to explode. Unless if I have a smaller one. Is this part of enjoying my bulk? I don't know where I would go where it's a smaller one, so. Nah. But anyways. What else you want to know? I guess a little different on like the cutting side. If you think like, oh, wait till your weight level's off from the cutting. To a degree, depends. If your body's dropping weight like crazy, like my metabolism would, you wouldn't want to just wait till it levels off, because by that time I probably lost a decent amount of muscle. So I'd say part of it's really discretionary. I can't give like a concrete like, oh, wait till weight levels off, or oh, up the calories just so you stop losing weight. It really is discretionary based off of how your body looks, how it's responding. There's so much shit related to it that's based off of how you look, and having somebody that knows actually what to look for in a physique and in the hormonal, not hormonal responses, but how your body's responding, which involves hormones. It's in like your hunger, diet, fatigue, all that shit. Because analyzing it by yourself is usually a bias, a major bias that's more often than not correct. More often than not correct. So, here. I don't know, dude. I'm running out of shit to say. You heard what I said at the beginning to talk about the influencer stuff, but I don't think there's much more to touch on that. So I think I'm gonna call it there. We got glutes and hammies tomorrow. Rest after that. So there will be a video tomorrow, and we're gonna keep at it, dude. I'm at 220 now. I was like 219.6 this morning, 218 yesterday, 220 the day before. So reaching 220, getting pretty big. My peak bulk, I was like about this weight, I think. I was actually like the one morning where I had the highest weight, it was like 224, but I only think that was a day. The other days were like 221. So the goal is 230. I think 230, 6 foot 230 natty is pretty sick. So yeah. All right. Appreciate y'all watching. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.